Hello everybody, it's your Beauty 87 here, and today we're gonna get into the Love Collection by Natasha Denona. Of course, y'all know I had to get the face palette, so I got the Love Glow face palette, and I got the Love eyeshadow palette. I didn't get any lip products just because I wasn't really checking for them. Y'all know I'm not really big on lip products, but I'm all about eyeshadow palettes and I'm all about the face palette. So you all know I have all three of the face palettes, and I like the packaging on this one though. It's way cooler than the first two original ones. I think she did an excellent job and went above and beyond when it came to the packaging on this new one. Now I'm told that this new palette isn't the same as the original palette, because as you can see, there's two creams in here. This is a highlighter cream, and then this is a blush cream. And this one, I'm told this is just like a highlighter cream, and then there's just like three different highlighters you can choose from. But I'm told you can use this diamond powder as like a blush topper or something like that. I've never used any of her diamond powders. I don't have like the big palettes that she had with the diamond powders in it. But from what I'm told, the this new palette, this Love palette, is more reminiscent of this palette. But as you can see, this is the bronzer one or whatever. I did buy this, and I do use it on occasion. I've used it mainly now because it's wintertime, and you know, since I'm a little bit lighter, it actually shows up a little bit better. But when I first bought it in the summertime, it was not a vibe, it was not check, it was not working with me. And her categorizing it as a blush as well as a bronzer, that's still not blushing me, sweetheart. If it can bronze me, it damn sure ain't blushing me either. So, but anyway, I figured we could start off with this palette, working on the face, and then we'll go into the eyes. I think I want to do like a purpley red type vibe when it comes to the eyes, because I feel like I haven't done that, even though the anti-Valentine's Day look with the Pat McGrath palette, the Mothership 5, that color I used in the crease was a really dark purple. But I want to do like a more like royal purple, if you will, or violet purple, and then get into you know, some of the other colors. So we'll talk about the palette in a little bit, but right now we're gonna talk about this. This was $55, and it comes with 4 products. As you can see, like I said, it has the cream, and then this is a super glow powder, this is a glow impact powder, and then this is the diamond powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the cream base and use that on the cheeks. When I do the cream bases, I usually just use my fingers. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this little, now as you can see, I feel like you barely see it on my hand, so hopefully it'll show up. And I know what I like about her liquid things is, I mean, her cream things, that they still perform on top of powder and they don't move the powder around. So I can appreciate that for sure. So I'm just taking it with my finger. I feel like it's not showing up at all. I don't know if it's because of my darker skin tone, but see, I'm rubbing it on, I feel like you hardly see anything. If anything, I just feel like you just see the layer of where I put it, but you don't actually see the product itself, if that makes any sense. It's like a line where it looks like something's been put down, but you don't see any color with it. It basically just looks like a greasy base is what I mean. And then, because I did it with my finger and had to keep dipping in it, now it has my foundation powder in it, but this is what the color looks like. As you can see, you can't really see on my skin tone, so if you're my skin tone, you might want to keep that in mind. Like, sis, you ain't really gonna see much, but I mean, like, I guess you could buy it if you just like Natasha. But I'm thinking about trying it with the sponge really quick, just to see if that makes a difference. So I'm gonna dip my sponge in here really quick, and guess highlight down the middle of the nose, since this is supposed to be for highlighting product. That's why it's called a glow cream. So I'm gonna do that, and then pat that down, and then highlight down some more. But yes, I don't see this so far. I don't see this glow product being useful for somebody like me. Okay, I can see it now that I'm turning my head, but it still doesn't, I don't know, it's just not impressing me. I'm gonna start off with the super glow powder, this one right here, and try that on the sides over here on top of the glow cream, and see if that makes a difference. I like the color of this, and it's grabbing onto the cream quite nicely. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. I don't feel like it's giving that much glow, so I'm probably gonna put this diamond powder on top of it to see if that gives me more glow. Oh, okay. Or maybe I just didn't put enough cream down on the other side, because I feel like when I first put it on this side, it was giving me way more glow than it did on the other one. Okay. So, okay. In the light, it's giving a little something, but I don't know. Now I'm going to go into this one down here. And this is a Sigma F03 brush. And we're just going to lightly put this on top. Okay, now this one has lots of chunky glitter in it. So if you don't like chunky glitter, you might want to stay away from it, because it's not, yeah, it's not going to be a vibe for you. And I forgot this doesn't have a blush in it, so I'll put a blush on off camera. I'll try to get like a pinky one to match what we got going on, or more like a mauve tone one or something. I'm thinking Dolly from, what is it, Buxom? One of the Parma infused ones, so that it'll last all day. And now we're just going to take the Super Glow, sorry, Diamond powder, and put it over here. And then for the middle of the face, I'm going to go ahead and use the, yeah, it just looks like glitters on my face. I don't really see any of the pinkness in this, so kind of disappointed in this one. But I mean, with my skin tone, I'm not surprised you can't see most of the colors. Kind of what I expected, but I still wanted to give it a fair shot instead of just automatically assuming it wasn't gonna work for me, you know. But you know, it's doing exactly what I expected it to do, which is not really giving the impactful glow or whatever that I want. I feel like maybe if I use like the glow one out of the Bloom palette, like the cream, and then put these on top of it, it would look better. So I'm gonna try that in my own time and let you know how that works. But as of right now, like, this palette is really working well for anyone my skin tone. And I'm using the Diamond Glow Impact powder right now. I'm hoping it looks better in pictures, because right now it's just looking like nothing to me, like absolutely nothing. But we have highlighted the face full, and as you can see, there's not really any type of glow to it in my opinion, or the kind of glow that I like, I guess. So if you're my skin tone, I personally don't recommend this palette, but you know, it's to each his own. I want to put a little bit of Super Glow on top and see if that'll make a difference. Okay, when you put Super Glow and the Glow Impact powders together, it looks a little better on people my skin tone. But so far, I'm not really impressed with the palette. I don't like the cream in it. I feel like it doesn't show up well on my skin tone, like I said. And then the powders aren't really doing much for me. So far, if you're my skin tone, I'm going to tell you to skip it, to be quite honest. But let's get into the palette. That's $55 you can save, or just buy the Bloom palette instead and use the Bloom palette. But this one was what I was going to do originally, till I found out she had a face palette to go with it. Then I went ahead and bought it, of course, because, you know. But anyway, this is what the palette looks like. It retails for $65. I ordered mine from Natasha's website, so that way I had pre-ordered it, I meant to say, from Natasha's site, and I normally don't do that, but since I was like, it's just that palette, and I knew payday was like, I think the week after it was supposed to come out, I wanted to make sure I could like grab it and have it to review. But then I found out the Love palette was coming out after I had the Love face palette was coming out after I had pre-ordered it. So then I was feeling some type of way, but I was like, it's okay, we're just gonna have to go ahead and, you know, order when it comes to Sephora. And I'm glad I did, because Sephora had a deal going on. Like if you spent $50, I think it was, on Sephora, that they'll give you a 15% off coupon. So I have a 15% off coupon coming, which just came just in time, because the Milk Cosmetics palette comes out on the 14th. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wait to buy it off Sephora's website instead of buying it from Milk like I normally would have, so that way I can get that 15%, you know, so we can hook that up. But it's working out pretty well. I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild liquid catsuit in the shade Vanilla Ice Cream. This is from their Halloween collection that they did last year, so I'm just trying to kind of use it up, because I'm not that impressed with it, but at the same time, it's not like it's a bad product, and it's helping me hold on to my, what is that stuff called, the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer, till Sephora has the 20% off sale in spring that I can, you know, re-up on, because I don't want to run out of that. So I'm like, I'd rather just use alternatives. If I'm not doing a super colorful look, I don't necessarily need that one. I don't necessarily need this one either, but like I said, I'm just trying to run through it because I don't feel like it's as good as the ABH one. It's not bad, it's just, you know, the ABH one is better to me, and since I have this, I don't want to waste it, so I'm like, I'm just go ahead and use it until I use it up. And then when next Halloween comes, I just won't buy it again. I want to try this with e.l.f. putty eye primers and see how well those work. Because I'm curious. I feel like they're supposed to be dupes for soft ochre, like paint pots and things of that nature. So I want to get the white one and then see how well that would fare for, you know, someone my skin tone. Because I'm hoping to make my eyelids pop a little bit more. Because I'm always trying to make them pop a little bit more. That's why I bought this white base to begin with. Anyway, let's get down to business. So, like I told you all, I think I want to use like a lot of this stuff right here. So I actually think I want to use that whole row and then maybe put like something gold or something different in the inner corner. Like I was honestly thinking about just putting this in the inner corner and just use like this whole little row, and then maybe we'll use this one to darken it up. Plus I heard that's one of the cream formulas, so I want to try the cream formula as well. So I think that is what we're going to do. So I'm going to start with the color Trust, this one right here. Wait, you know what? No, I'm going to start with the color Dream at the bottom, and then I'll dust Trust on top of it. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just to take this ColourPop blending brush and go into Dream and start pressing that into the crease. I know we don't do both eyes on camera, so it feels weird trying to do both eyes on camera right now, but you know, we're just gonna work with it. Now, I'm not sure which one of these is supposed to be the cream formula and which one of these is supposed to be the or just the normal formula, but let me see if the box tells you, because I have the box right here. Okay, so apparently Dream, the one I'm using now, is a cream to powder formula. And then the one Trust is a cream, it says a CM formula, whatever that is. And then the Blind one is a metallic, and the Commitment one is a cream to powder formula. So I am using a couple of the cream shades. I didn't realize I was, but it's a cream to powder, so okay, I guess that works. And it's showing up way lighter than I thought it was going to. I don't know why I thought it was going to be darker. That's why I picked it over the other one, because I was like, I want to have a darker one, but it did not turn out that way at all. But at least I got to use the cream to powder formula, so I mean, I guess that's good. And then I'm going to go to the other side and do the exact same thing, which is basically pat this formula into the crease. That's a weird thing though, because it doesn't feel like a cream when you put it on, although I feel like it looks like a cream when you put it on, because it doesn't just go on like a regular powder does. But it's working fine so far. I feel like I was taking a risk when I bought this palette, because like, you know, you never know what Natasha gonna decide she wants to do, and then it might not be like a formula you like or something. That's why I never bought the Metropolis palette, because I was like, I heard a whole bunch of that cream stuff, and I was like, I didn't like that in the cranberry palette, so I'm not even about to play myself, especially since it's one of the $129 palettes. Like, girl, bye. I'm not about to play my coin like that. Not today. So, I never got it. I mean, the color story looks really nice, but it just looks like a whole bunch of stuff I already own. And I was like, for $129 in an unpredictable formula, I'm not taking that risk. Like with the $65 ones, I'm more willing to take the risk. But I was like, this is $129, sis. We're not just gonna be out here risking it all with $129 now. Let's not get crazy. The reason I always buy Mother Pats, whatever she comes out with, is I feel like it's always consistent. Like, it will, you know, might be expensive, but it's gonna be consistent. And see, this one is way darker than I thought it was gonna be. That's why, again, I didn't want to use it on the lid. I want to use it. So now I don't know if I want to use the Commitment shade, because I'm like, this one is darker than I expected it to be. And this is the color Trust, the one I showed you at the top. I'm just kind of like blending over in it. And I haven't given y'all, I don't think I've given y'all like a true purple look in a while. So I figured, you know, just go ahead and go in with the purples. Plus, like I said, since I'm ordering the Milk Cosmetics palette, and that's mainly all pinks, I know I'm going to have to do an all pink look with that. So if I do anything else with this palette, I'll probably do like a red look. maybe like some reds and some golds or something. I don't know, but I just didn't want to do the pinks because I've already done a few pink looks for and it's so far so good. It's blended out nicely. I'm not having any like true issues with it. So this is what the eyes are looking like right now. I'm gonna take this clean blending brush and just blend over the top. It has been snowing here in Chicago since about, I want to say 10 o'clock after I dropped my grandmother off. It just started snowing. I was like, great, of course you are. Thank you so much. Trying to get the house to myself and to be happy, and then it, you know, it wants to snow very disrespectfully. Okay, so I'm just gonna take, let me see this metallic shade. So I'm gonna swatch the shades I put on my eye just so you can see what they look like. And the one I'm about to put on. So that's the purple one, the other purple one. Oh, the metallic swatches beautifully. Okay, so this is Dream, Trust, and Blind is the one I'm about to put all over the lid. So since we swatched with the ring finger, we're just gonna go on with that finger and see how it that way. Ooh, okay, Natasha. I'm kind of just liking it literally just on that bottom part right there and leave the rest alone. So I think I'm just gonna leave it like this, y'all. It's not a traditional Valentine's Day look, but you know, you should wear whatever the hell you feel like, sis. And I'm definitely feeling it just being on the bottom end of that, because I feel like it gives a nice little contrasting situation, if you will. So let me go ahead and put Trust on the other side, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna put in the corner. Sorry. I need to bring it a little higher up to match the other side, but looking pretty good. I might even draw some winged eyeliner to make pictures with. I don't know though, because you know. Oh no. But yeah, so I'm definitely feeling this. I look at the vibe. Okay. Wipe some more to swatch on. Yeah, but that metallic swatch way better than I expected it to. Next we are going to go into an inner corner color. So I'm trying to decide, should we do a purple inner corner color or should we do one of these champagne-y looking shades? Because I'm thinking about using the color, what is this, transparent? This one up here. Oh, jeez, I almost dropped the child. I would have had to cry. Yeah, I think I'm going with that color. That's in the inner corner. And see how we like it. Yeah, that works. And I will swatch that one in a second, just so you can see what it looks like. I like a bright boom in the inner corner, so I put like a lot in the inner corner, like a whole lot. So now let's swatch the color transparent. I'm gonna take my pinky for that since we already used all the other shades. And that is the color transparent that's in the inner corner. So this is all the colors that are on the eye. I'm gonna do a swatch video comparing this one and the Lila palette, and then showing the differences between this and the Sunrise palette on Instagram. So that's why I didn't swatch all that stuff right now. But yeah, y'all, this is the finished eye look. Now let's get to the thoughts on this palette. So this palette retails for $65, and it has a lot of those cream to matte and cream powder shades in it, if you will. The ones I worked with actually worked pretty well. They worked better than the cranberry palette did when she first tried that formula. So I guess she's getting better at it over time, or maybe she just used the one from the Metropolis palette that everybody said was so wonderful. Again, I don't know. I didn't buy it. But I like the palette so far. Now mind you, we just saw I only used 4 shades, so I can't fully speak on it being so wonderful and all that, but you know, I like it enough to say I would recommend that you know, if you're interested in trying Natasha Denona, to try it out. If you like the color story, if you like the color story of the Sunrise palette, you're more of a warm tone person, you should probably try that one. This one spoke to me more because I feel like it leans more toward cool tone people like myself. And it's definitely a vibe for me with all the pinks and purples, and it came out at the right time with the color story that she presented. So I think they did a good job when it came to that. Now, if you're my skin tone for the face palette, I'm gonna say pass this. Like, go ahead and just buy the huge diamond one, or go ahead and buy the bloom one, which is my personal favorite. Out of these two, I definitely say the bloom one is better. I like the fact that there's a cream blush as well as a cream highlighter, and I'm not good with cream blushes. I'm okay with cream highlighters because I usually use them underneath my foundation, but yeah, I would definitely recommend that you get the bloom palette if you're my skin tone, and not recommend this palette. Now, if you're like Kelsey Brown or Jade shade, or Yvette Loves Beauty shade, then you could probably go ahead and get this palette and work for you just fine. But if you're my shade, I don't recommend you use this palette at all. Like, if you're Faye Lene shade, you might be able to get away with it, but probably just barely. But yeah, if you're my skin tone, sis, don't waste the $55 on this one. Just go ahead and get the bloom one and wear the bloom shades with the love palette if that's the type of vibe you're looking for. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on these products. I will have a video up on Instagram for that coming probably next week. I'll probably try to do the red look there, or maybe a pink look there for Valentine's Day, or combine the reds and the pinks. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.